Evening everyone. Today we will discuss about tuber, corn and root as a source of medicinal food or medical food. We have a lot of tuberous plant. We consume them. Particularly those plant species are consumed by tribal communities. Urban people have less idea. So today we will discuss about them. So we can know, we can use, and also we can take those plant species for research purposes. And this is the important part. They are the source of calorie, protein, fat, cholesterol, calcium, iron, sodium, vitamin A, vitamin C, or other minerals. So first I selected that is Amorphophilus bulbifer. It is a very common, but कह सकते हैं in the horticulture form, that means hybrid forms are available, but in wild, okay, it is not a common species. Amorphophilus pinifolius is a common. Amorphophilus bulbifer is not a common. Tribal people, they consume their corn, their tuberous part. I have written here, fresh corn pieces are taken 2 to 3 times daily 1 month for curing pile and gonorrhea. And tubers are edible. Just we have to do some practices to remove anti-nutritional factors, then we can consume as a vegetable. Same thing for Amorphophilus pinifolius or elephant foot yam. There are number of varieties are developed by CTCRI, Central Tuber Crop Research Institute, but is still the tribal people, the rural people, they consume the wild one. Fresh combs are taken again 2 to 3 times, okay, for 1 month for curing piles. And it is also a source of food. It has some anti-nutritional factor. So before consumptions, they boil it. This is the Costus species or insulin plant. We know about it. Leaves are used in diabetes, but in many places, tubers are consumed as a food. You can observe here the local communities of Odisha, they extracted the tubers and they are taking them for consuming as a food. Now, Dioscorea bulbifera, it is a yam species. It is also known as aerial arm. So, tuber powder taken orally for arthritis and tubers is edible. The local communities they consume the tubers. You can observe the stored tuber, and I collected these two tubers. Dioscorea hispida, three-leaved yam. This is the another species of yam, and tubers are edible, and the tubers have some medicinal values also. I have written here, but tubers are edible. You can observe their morphological character. Now, Dioscorea oppositifolia or Chinese yam in Odisha. Okay, we know it as a pani aloo. So you can observe I have written in 2010 I collected it near Simlipal by Reserve. It is a Dioscorea oppositifolia and tubers are edible. Dioscorea pentaphylla, buck yam. So here you can observe that local people they dig out the tuber and they consume as a food. In the second photograph, you can observe the browning activity. The browning activity showing the medicinal values of this tuber. Dioscorea puber. This is the kosa aloo, or in Udia it is a kukai sanga. So, and it is used to treat skin infection and it is consumed as a food. You can observe in the photographs. In the second photographs, okay, I propagated from the tuber Dioscorea tomentosa. It again belongs to Dioscorea species. The tubers are edible. Dioscorea wallichi. Again, the tubers are edible. This is the Pireria tuberosa. Pireria tuberosa is a vui kakharu. Okay. So, and the tubers are edible as a medicinal food. You can observe the tuber. This is the Taka linotopetaloids. It again belongs to Dioscoriaceae family. The population is already declined and tubers are edible. Tubers are also used to make the arrowroot. Alocasia macrorhiza, you can observe usually people do not consume it. They use it as a medicinal agent. Macrorhiza. Hidicium flavum. Actually, I collected it from Kalahandi. There is one district in Odisha. So you can observe the flowers, very fragrance, and the rhizomes are consumed when we face the cup as a food or as a juice. Ipomia batata, everyone know that tubers are consumed as a food. It's a very common tuberous plant or edible tuberous plant, we can say. You can observe the Ipomia batata. Local people cultivate it also. Lia microphala. It's a completely medicinal tuberous plant. We consume in a very low amount as a medicine. Tubers are consumed particularly to treat diarrhea. Maniher tesquinata, I think everyone know about the cassava. Cassava is a major food in many countries, even in the South India also. The people consume the tubers of cassava. They cultivate also Maniher tesquinata. This is the Smilex jalanica. Tubers and stems are consumed against the teeth problem. You can observe this is the Smilex jalanica. Melotheria heterophylla, it is a cultivated one, belongs to Cucurbitaceae family. Its tuber is also edible. This is the Solina amplexculis. Okay, it is a wild one and tubers are edible. Sometimes I also consume inside the forest. You can observe the tuber, but it belongs to Cucurbitaceae family. Corculogoy orchids. It's a completely medicinal agent. Okay, usually we do not consume it. Local communities they do not consume it due to high concentration of saponin or other secondary metabolites. But we use it as a medicinal agent, and this tuber is consumed by many wildlife like wild boar. You can observe the flower. Chlorophytum tuberosum, Chlorophytum breviplanium, so both species are consumed. Both are used as a leafy vegetables. Their tubers are also consumed as a medicinal agent. It is also known as Safed Musli. Narvelia aragona, it is a wild species of a orchid. Tuber is consumed as a snack because it has a high concentrations of some secondary metabolites, okay, which enhance the immunity. Asparagus racemosus, we know it's not a food, but we take it as a medicinal agent. Cyprus rotundinus, it's a food and medicine both. Okay, you can observe the nodules. Okay, it is also known as nut grass, and using that nodules and tubers, we make the juice, and that juice is very effective as a cooling agent. Colocasia aspirata, I think we have already discussed. Ceropegia candelabrums. Two to three Ceropegia species. They are edibles, but mostly we consume as a medicinal agent like a tonic. Okay. So here you can observe tuberous roots are edible. Tuberous roots are edible and are eaten especially by the purest raw or cooked. So you can observe here. This is my collection. I collected this Ceropegia species. Elephantepas escobar rarely we consume, okay, as a food, but okay, we take it as a medicinal food. Orthosiphon rubicundus, same case for this species also. Abelmoscus crinitus. This is a wild species of ladyfinger, and the root stock is burned and taken as a snack. Ceropegia bulbosa, as per the name, it indicates that sure it has a bulbils or bulb-like structures. So boiled tubers are edible. Ceropegia hirsita, boiled tubers are edible. Chlorophytum arundinaceum, already we have discussed that leaves are used as a leafy vegetable and tuber also consumed as a food. Phoenix aqualis, it is a that means a ground palm. Okay, Phoenix sylvestris is a tari, but this is not a tari. And I think you know about the tari. Tari is a one type of country liquor, but the tubers of Phoenix equalis is edible, particularly the Santhal community of our state they consume. I have also consumed. Sesame plus pediara root is used as a medicinal food, like a fermenting agent. Okay, using the root, the local people or tribal people, okay, they make the rice beer or country liquor using the flower of Maduka longifolia. So you can observe. Rubia cordifolia, it's completely medicine. Alocasia fornicata, again rhizome is edible. Alocasia macrorhiza, I have already discussed it. Lassia spinosa, rhizomes are edible but as a medicinal agent, not as a food. You can observe, this is my collection. Curcuma angustifolia, it's a arrowroot. So arrowroot is prepared by the, sorry, arrowroot is prepared from the rhizome of Curcuma angustifolia. Also again the Curcuma amda also. And rhizome is used as a side dishes. Okay, as a spices we use the rhizome of Curcuma amda. So these are the some tuberous plant, okay, rhizomatous plants, corms, which are used as a food or medicinal food. Again, we will discuss about yam species in detail, about their identification, their usage, their food values, their indigenous traditional knowledge, their future pharmacological aspect in the next session. Thank you.